Mithrax, Ido, Spider, Drifter, Aramis, Dark Relics, and Pirates. Welcome back, Guardians, to another Vanguard Report. Kaz PhD here, reporting somewhere in our great soul system. I apologize for my absence. Life has a way of keeping us busy. For today's report, I would like to help Guardians catch up a little, but more so, I want to reflect on the current events in our last city and beyond. Just over a week ago, Drifter reached out, asking for my help in intercepting some cargo from the Tangled Shore. With more Elixni trickling into the last city, and Queen Mara shutting down access to the shore, supply runs have been even more important, but slowing. What I did not expect was to find the Spider. Hidden in a cache, it seems Spider has made a deal with our Gambit vendor to be smuggled into the last city. My ghost, Lazarus, actually had pointed out this possibility months ago, when some communiques between the Drifter and Spider were intercepted, and reports made during Guardian games indicated that a new bookie had set up shop somewhere in the Elixni Quarter. I should have known it was Spider, or at least one of his schemes. In any case, we delivered Spider and learned some distressing news. Aramis has awakened. Trapped by her own stasis power on Europa, Aramis has now been freed, by the Witness it seems, and has assembled Fallen to her side to track down some dark relics from the past. Teaming up with Mithrax, Drifter, and surprisingly enough, Mithrax's adopted daughter Ido, we decided to fight piracy with piracy by using Spider's catch, forming our own crew, and fighting back. So far, things have been moving along well. We've recovered 2 artifacts, which Ido has identified as being related to darkness, but surrounded by a dense material. Mithrax spoke of an old Elixni legend of artifacts which could give the travelers power that his people searched for long ago but never found. I feel like so much has happened, yet I also feel that we are only on the edge of something even bigger. Guess it's the perfect time for one of these reports. Gives me a bit of time to reflect. First, what could these relics be? The fact that it's related to the darkness, but also surrounded by a dense material, reminds me of the relic recovered by Osiris some time ago, and also the anomaly on the moon. For a brief history lesson, before Osiris lost his light, he traced dark threats to the edge of our solar system, and, well, the story gets muddled, but he recovered an artifact. Upon delivering it to Eris, we realized it was a communication device of sorts. It was delivering messages, apparently, from the Winnower. The Book of Unveiling is the result of these messages, and this communication carried through the season of arrivals, when the Black Fleet, well, arrived. For those more familiar with the Crucible, the dodecahedron in the middle of the anomaly map is actually a similar receiver. Golden Age scientists discovered a powerful signal on the moon, thought it was related to the Traveler, but it started causing all kinds of problems. See the Revelation lore book for more. That object was sealed with supremely dense material and safeguards, yet we routinely have Crucible matches there. Typical Guardian behavior, I guess. Best way to keep something protected is to station Guardians there. On a related note, a new weapon has been found, crafted, discovered. The Delicate Tomb Fusion Rifle, besides being a very effective piece of ordnance, also has writing etched into it. Writing that actually has to do with nuclear waste and the warnings issued about it. See, in the pre-Golden Age, one way of generating power was through nuclear fission. While an efficient process, it also created waste. This material would take millennia to break down, so it was stored deep underground. In an effort to safeguard against being forgotten, to warn of the risk well down the road, cryptic poetic warnings were given and written on nearby plaques and such. The poetry on the Delicate Tomb speaks to this. Could there be an entity trapped inside somewhere? Is this in reference to the relics? Or is this just poetry? Just another item to add to my list. As always, knowledge and information are like threads that could connect at any time. In any case, we will continue to find, collect, and study these relics. I just hope we retrieve them all and learn the potential before someone is able to unleash it. Finally had a chance to meet Ido. It's odd, I felt like I've known her for a long time, yet also felt the joy of meeting someone new. Officially, I have known Ido, Mithrax's adopted daughter, since the Elixni joined us in the last city, though we only ever met over hologram and radio. However, I have known of her for some time longer. Before we were allies, friends, I had caught on the trail of Mithrax. He was an anomaly among the Fallen, acting against us but also showing leniency. These events led to us crossing paths more than once, and, well, I like to think is why he finally decided to trust us, to reach out to the Vanguard. In any case, back during our season of opulence, I actually discovered something that, well, I don't think I was supposed to. There were notes and clues scattered throughout the Dreaming City, Nessus, even the Ascendant Plane, leading to pieces of a weapon, a refurbished rocket launcher, which many Guardians have nicknamed Truth. My record on that journey can be found embedded and linked in this broadcast, but basically it seemed that Mithrax had made a rite of passage for his daughter, that solving the riddles would help her come into her own, and, well, I had intercepted it. At the time I wasn't even sure what I was chasing, nor if all involved were still around. In the end, though, I'm actually kind of glad. Ido does not seem one who would enjoy a rocket launcher, and I'm pretty sure Mithrax wouldn't want her using one either. But she is delightful. Honestly, it's so refreshing. I serve with a lot of Guardians. I work with the Vanguard, research with the Hidden. I'm probably one of the most well-rounded Guardians in that I try to keep company from all over. And, well, there is a weight on our people. Guardians are immortal, and that can wear you down. Awoken have dealt with their history of trouble, and the Elixni and Cabal have been fighting to survive as long as we have. Hope, optimism, and excitement are just hard to come by these days, and often when it does appear, it comes across as naive or for a nefarious purpose. Ido is a scholar, something I wish I could claim and pursue were it not for, well, everything, and I found her enthusiasm very refreshing. I'm sure she will meet cynicism here and there, and I'm sure she will likely run into some harsh realities, but I hope wisdom brings temperance, but that she doesn't lose that spark. Speaking of which, have you been to the Elixni Quarter lately? It looks different than you may expect. The Elixni have been hard at work, expanding and repairing buildings, even setting up gardens. It was an amazing mishmash of culture, seeing Elixni architecture under the shadow of the Traveler, seeing a bar that looked like and was named after the empty tank from the Tangled Shore, and seeing the merchant wares and gardens set up by our Elixni allies. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. A dream I have is for Elixni, Cabal, and humanity alike to work together in the last city. I would love to try some Cabal recipes while shopping for Elixni material for a new mark, and maybe catch a sparrow race. Sounds cliche, but some dreams are simple, and that's okay. Did I ever imagine myself a pirate captain? Not really. I don't remember my childhood, and you don't get a lot of time for daydreaming as a Guardian, but, well, here I am. I agree with Drifter, oddly enough. This is not a job for the Vanguard right now. We are reporting back to them, through this message and others, but Zavala and Ikora have enough to deal with. While I've wanted stronger coordination from our Guardian leaders, if Guardians can't take up investigating and dealing with threats without being told to, then, well, we wouldn't make good Guardians, would we? And honestly, it's been a lot of fun. The rocky shoals of the asteroid belt continue to hide all kinds of caves, layers, and hideouts, and I've enjoyed charting them via my new Captain's Atlas. Landing boots on the ground, clearing a path, and calling in my new crewmates has been a joy, honestly, and it has been invigorating to work with non-human allies again. Something else has happened in the last few seasons, a kind of restructuring of our understanding and practice of the light. When we first learned of stasis, it didn't conform to any of the ideas that we had for the light. Paracausal power, yes, but it was like learning a new martial art, but one that required a completely different stance. Over the last several seasons, the same thing has been happening with light. I have discussed this with Commander Zavala, Lord Shax, Ikora, and my fellow Guardians. We are not sure exactly what has prompted this change. Is it simply maturity and experience of Guardians? Has something about the light or the Traveler changed? Whatever it is, the results are impressive and, well, helpful. Aspects and fragments of what we know of our power are more flexible than ever before, and Guardians appear more confident and capable in their operations. Lazarus has clocked a 12.5% minimum increase in Guardian efficiency, doing more with less light, faster and better. Again, another thread, we'll keep an eye on it, but to my fellow Guardians out there, have you felt better during this Light 3.0? One thing I was most surprised with has been the sparking of my love for Arc. I have never personally been a fan. While Arc has always been powerful, I felt it was both the most self-serving and the most reactive. Nothing against my fellow strikers, but I've always preferred the calm, meditative practice of Void, of using my abilities to shield and empower others. However, this season Arc has provided impressive capabilities to the front lines. Still a more self-empowering subclass, it has been fun and very effective. It might help me to engage with it some more when I can afford to. Not every fight needs to be tense, sometimes letting loose can be good for you. In any case, let's bring this report to a close. I will continue to track down these dark relics and report my findings as they arise. We have not found Aramis yet, but she could be hiding anywhere, really. It has been good to work with Ido and Misrax again, and see our Elixni allies finding a stronger footing in our fair city. Drifter keeps things fun and has been most helpful, actually. Spider being in the city was an unexpected turn of events, but you know what they say about keeping your enemies close. For now, I'll just say that it's felt good to release these reports again. Life and my Guardian duties sometimes make them difficult to make, but I've appreciated the support and feedback I have received. If you want to join my community or need help with a dungeon run, check out the links embedded in this message below. What about you, Guardian? Have you been enjoying yourself lately? Any new gear I should be aware of? As always, I wish you all the best. Be safe, be kind, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now.